Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Yeah, very well. My name's James. I'm from England. I currently live in Spain. Please tell me about yourself.
Sure. My name is Titash. I'm from Bangladesh. Nice
Hmm.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Fantastic.
Today, I would like to talk to you about charity.
Yeah, okay, fantastic. You can start.
Okay.
Are you a charitable person?
Yes, I'm a volunteer, one of the organizations in my
Yeah.
country. We work for um, poor people who need education.
Hmm.
We try to support them. We try to give them food, as well as we try to give them clothes. So do you think charities are important?
Yeah, very important. Of course, if it were not for charities, then people in very poor um, areas of certain countries would not be able to have things like food, clothing, shelter, or medication potentially, things like vaccines and things like that, which cost a lot of money. So it should be free because otherwise they would not be able to have or make use of such things. Do you think charity is a good thing?
Yes, I think so. It's important. In some countries, there is no welfare system.
Yeah,
So poor people or disabled people cannot get help. If they cannot get help from charities, they face several problems.
yeah,
So that I think it's very important, especially if I say something about some local charities. They always try to help the poor peoples, and yeah, it's very important. Which do you think are more important, local charities or international charities?
well, it depends on the work that they do, but international charities like Oxfam, I have heard that they don't give much of their proceedings to um, to real causes. So when you go in, do you know what McDonald's is? You know McDonald's?
Yeah, McDonald's. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you go into McDonald's, sometimes they have a charity box. You put money,
Yes.
and the proceedings is how much money that they've got. So if they make 10,000, they only need to give 2% of that 10,000 to charity.
Yes. Also, there is some rules, terms, condition. If you buy the food, then 2% will go to the charity fund.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But
Yeah. Yeah.
2% will go to charity,
Yeah.
but they only need to pay 2% of the proceedings.
Right.
The proceedings is the total amount of money that you have gained asking for charity from customers.
Yes. Yes.
Or the total amount of money you have raised. Total amount of money you have raised. You raise charity, you raise funds, to raise funds.
Yes. Yes. I got
Give
it.
funds, yeah. So if I have my cup and I say give money to charity and I go around the street and I fill this cup and I have £100, by law I only have to give £1 to charity and I can keep 99 because
Yeah.
I
So
say
yeah.
I need to be paid, I need to pay my staff, I need to do this and I need to do that. So international companies don't give much money to charity. I think local charities will be better because they focus on a particular problem in that area
Yes.
that
Yes.
needs to be resolved. Whereas an international charity would be more like setting up a camp during a pandemic.
Yeah.
I'm sure that would be very useful, but I but having thought about that, they have different uses.
Right.
International charities are good for crises, like
Right.
like flu pandemics, hurricanes, things like that, starvation, famine,
Right.
and local charities are good for the homeless people, things like that. Do you agree, or?
Yeah, I am also agree with you. My point of view also same. Uh, if I say something about local charities, they are helping people for everyday needs, right?
Yeah,
And they exactly know what is the lack among and what they need, like.
yeah,
And however, international charities are working for big issues,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
It can be natural disaster.
yeah.
They are working for it, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I think both are important.
Mm, yeah, it's true. Yeah, and they're different, distinct.
Yeah. So
I like the way you said natural disaster. That's the better word. Yeah.
right, right. So if you could donate a large amount of money of any charity organizations, so what will be your preferable, local charity or international charity?
It would probably be a local charity because it would make more of an impact on that particular neighborhood or area.
Yeah, I think so. I'm also agree with you, right? Because if you pay the amount to your local peoples, then you know how the
Yeah.
people are utilizing the money, right?
Yes,
You
exactly.
know how to spend their money, right?
Yeah.
But if you pay the amount of money in international charities, then you don't know how they are
Yeah.
using your money. So
And
they can actually use the money
anything.
for marketing, for
Yeah. Marketing.
office stuffs, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So again, I'm not saying anything wrong for international charities. They are doing also very good job, but you should first of all focus in your local organizations, right? So if you think that in your area the poor people are not available, but you have a
Mm.
lots of amount of money, then
Mm-hmm.
you can go to the international charities, right?
Yeah. Mm. Yeah.
Because they are work for big issues,
Yeah.
right? Like flooding,
Yeah.
you told like the coronavirus pandemic, the situation,
Yeah.
right? They
Yeah. Start.
work for
Yeah.
earthquake, right?
Yeah.
So those they are also work for big issues.
Yes. Um, I think the international agencies already have a lot of money. So if you
Yeah,
give them a lot of money, it will not change anything. If you give a local charity a lot of money, they can make a difference. However, I would never really trust a local charity either. If you have a lot of money, it's better to help the people directly.
right,
It depends how much money you have. If you're talking like millions, then you don't need the local charity. You can create houses or open up a food bank for local people, homeless people. Do you know what a food bank is? A food bank is a place where people go to eat.
yeah, collect, they can food for free,
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, food bank. Yeah. So you can open up local food bank place. You could provide the food with your money. I mean, I don't think it's a very good option. I think charity needs to be long-term options. Like if you have a village in India that don't have clean water, you don't just buy them bottles of water. You should install piping to transport clean water to that area.
right,
Via yeah. That might cost 3-4 million, but that's how much it costs. And maybe a local charity with not much money wouldn't be able to afford that. So they would constantly be giving them water, and nothing will ever change. So
Yeah.
it's a vicious circle. I think the solution to these problems is long-term solutions, infrastructure, education,
Right.
things like that. Yeah.
Like some tree.
Hmm.
You should then to tell them do tree plantation, then you can earn money after some days, right? Then it
Yeah.
will be helpful for her, right?
You see, read this quote.
Give a man a fish and you feed him, or teach a man a fish and you feed him for a lifetime. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
quote. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
So
nice.
don't just keep giving them money,
Yeah,
little bits of money. You need to give them something big that they can use to sustain their life. And goodbye.
goodbye. Thank you.